MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will get it at the 20.
Set. 60 outlaw. You go for that. Ready.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready to break. Go. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 26. Check 26. Leo. Check.
From the gun, Patterson. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, exit. Hey, lock it. Slam, slam, slam. Hard. Switch gears. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Keep going.
Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Darnold, the quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
25, check 25. 2-by-2. Move. Check 49, check 49. Hands up.
Now Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Throwing again. Patterson. Open man is lost, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Bengals.
Down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 3. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Damn on. He's checking his down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's checking. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go, son. 57 to Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now. It's it. 57.
On 1st down, it's Bell. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. A 1st down throw, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
on second down. It's Bell, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This one fielded at the 5. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
On 1st down, Patterson. He gets this one to Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Darnold now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. That'll be caught by Rice. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Darnold from the red zone now. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Leo! Watch out. Look at me. Go. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Got a man open. It's Ross. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35. First down, Cincinnati.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Patterson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Patterson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. 57. Mike, 57. Right. 5.
The final shot before break. Patterson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. 57. Mike, 57. Hey. High 7. I'm going to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Patterson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
90, look.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullet good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
Protein spill. Rock it. Get it.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Ready. Touchdown. 57. Army.
And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Darnold. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. To throw is Darnold. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's got daylight, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Going long here for Wallace. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Come on, set. 60 or.
2nd and 10.
Give me that
At
ball.
the 50-yard line.
Give me that ball. Hey, Alpha. Give me that ball, defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Patterson. He completes it to Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Be careful.
Operating from the gun. Patterson. And he whips that one incomplete there. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Back to throw. Patterson. And Eifert has it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Check 99. Check 99. Mike's 57.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Darnold, he's able to find Wallace. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Watch twist. Young lady. Red 80.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Young lady.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
I smell fear in that offense. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. 61. Matchbox lights. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. General West. Target, target. Check 52.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it running right. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They run for it with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.